Hello and good evening, Kryptonians. This is Crypto Layman. I am here to share with you a few things that I've learned during the last few days in relation to mining HNT using the free RAK hotspot miner provided to me by Emirates.io. This is just a follow-up video to discuss a couple of things. First of all, what I'm going to do is in the first part of the video, I will sort of look at the results that I've been getting over the last few days, and then I will show you a few transaction things and things that you need to just generally look out for when you're actually mining HNT, and just to help you out, help you understand. This is what I've learned. I'm not an expert, so this is a disclaimer. I'm not an expert. This is not financial advice. This is not any type of advice, to be honest. This is just my learning curve, so I'm sharing with you. So hopefully, I can learn something from you guys in return. So if there is any suggestions, if there are any things that you would like me to do differently, or things that you want me to improve on, please do leave a comment in the comment section, and I will hopefully get back to you and make those improvements. Also, what I would like to mention is that I am not an expert YouTuber, so please bear with me when I make some mistakes, because this is not a scripted presentation or talking. I'm actually talking stuff as I record. So sometimes the conversation may not flow very properly or fluidly, so I do apologize for that, but that's just the way things are. As I said, I'm right in the beginning journey of YouTubing, so completely new to this. Speaking to a screen isn't my forte, so I do apologise. Anyhow, so moving on to the first thing, to share my results with you. So in the last 24 hours, as you can see here, I have mined something along the lines of 3.26 HNT so far today. So if I quickly refresh that and see if there have been any further transactions, nope, still the same. And on yesterday's performance, this is a fall of something like 44.93, so 45% less mining than yesterday. But then again, to be fair, I had a bit of an internet connection issue today, so I had a little bit of downtime with my miner, so where it wasn't working properly, I had to restart the router, etc., etc. So that was a bit of an issue. So maybe it's a contributing factor. I am not entirely sure. In the last sort of 30 days, it says here, but I've only been mining 8 days. So in 8 days, I've mined 41.17 HNT. Bear in mind, this is a free miner from Emirates, so I'm only keeping 20%, and Emirates are taking 80%. Nevertheless, given the HNT price at the moment, I think that my share equates to around 70 odd US dollars. I'm not doing any maths. I haven't got a calculator in front of me. That's just from the top of my head. I may be wrong there. So what I've learned is, and this is very important, so please bear with me here, is that you actually get paid. So I've been looking at the transactions and mining transactions, and what I've noticed is I've only got one witness in my witness sort of within range. So it's 4.1 kilometers away, based in Windsor. So whenever this person does a transaction and I witness it, I get a larger chunk, a larger reward of this transaction. So I got, for witnessing this transaction and confirming a proof of coverage witness, I actually earned 1.51 HNT. In the past, I've earned as much as 2.5 HNT for being a witness. Again here, as you will see, 0.24 HNT. Again, I was a witness there again. It's 0.56 HNT. And this is something that I haven't quite understood yet, but I'm trying to work it out. So this is where I actually, my transmitter issued a beacon, but I that beacon was witnessed by 0 witnesses, so nothing was earned. And again, you'll see here, so if I'm, there was a challenger, which I somehow participated in, and I earned 0.07 HNT. So the moral of the story is, if you upgrade your rig and you mount an antenna to the highest possible point on your property, there is a possibility that you could extend the range of your antenna, and that would enable you or your hotspot to witness more transactions in direct line of sight. If that were the case, you would potentially earn more by witnessing more transactions, if that makes sense. And I have done that upgrade, and it has been a headache, to be quite frank, because I had to order several times. I didn't know anything about connections or connectors on antennas, and I'm a layman when it comes to crypto, and I'm equally a layman when it comes to antennas and dishes and God knows what. So bear with me. So I did a bit of research, so I ordered the wrong cables, wrong connectors, and I had all of that going through, and finally I've managed to sort of rig my system up, and it's up and running now. So I will share the results with you in the future coming days. I think I need to let it run for a period of time until I can actually compare the results. But then again, for a free miner, I mean, $70 odd worth of revenue is not bad at all for something that's just sitting there plugged into the internet, and it's consuming the electricity that's equivalent to something silly like a phone charger. So it's not bad at all. It's not a bad investment. So investment is actually the wrong word, because it's actually completely free. The only investment I have made into it is by trying to improve the actual coverage and buying antennas and cables. So coming to that, this is the antenna that I found. So there are a few things that I would like to emphasize on whilst buying an antenna. I mean, you don't have to buy this, but this is the one I've found was quite helpful. I know it's a bit expensive, but all things considered, if you have a powerful antenna, there are a few more hotspots in your area and you can witness them, it will potentially pay for itself quite quickly. So the antenna here is made out of carbon fiber. There are a few key things that you need to remember. So it has to be on the frequency of 868, which is the frequency for Europe and UK. So 868 megahertz. It has to be a Lorawan antenna. So those are the two key things in terms of description. In terms of DPI, the higher the DPI rating, the better the coverage or range of the antenna. So 8.5 is very good compared to the standard antenna that you get, which is only 2.3 dBi. That comes with a RAK Miner. Maximum range says 15,000 meters, so 15 kilometers, which is actually quite good, as long as you don't live in urban jungle surrounded by massive built up areas and skyscrapers. One more very, very important thing that you must remember is that the antenna that you buy absolutely has to be vertically polarized. If it's not vertically polarized and it's instead horizontally polarized, you're actually wasting your money, because it's not going to work. Now, that being said, let's come to the connectors, which was actually a pain in the backside. I do apologize for my rudeness there. So this connector here is a N-type female connector, which appears to be the standard type of connector that comes with these antennas, and it was a bit of an issue finding the corresponding cables and connectors. So I ordered a few, knowing nothing about antennas and connector types and connector cables. So knowing nothing about these things, it was a bit of an issue ordering the right stuff and getting the correct cables. So I eventually, through trial and error, managed to obtain the correct type of cable with the right connectors, and this is what my findings were. So what you need is a male N-type connector on one end, which goes into the antenna, which corresponds with the female N-type connector that the antenna comes with. So this plugs into the antenna, and then on the other side, the miner has a reverse polarized, and this is something, don't ask me what that is. It's an RP connector on the RAK Miner. So it's a reverse polarized connector, but it's actually a male connector on the actual RAK hotspot miner, or sorry, a female connector, but it's RP, but it's reversed. So it's quite slightly complicated. So at the end of the day, this is the cable that you will need. So it's an RP SMA male connector with threading. So this is the cable that actually corresponds with it. You can buy this from Amazon if you're based in the UK quite easily. I have included the links for both these items below in the description. So if you would like to, please feel free to go and check them out. And get, hopefully this will help you out. So this was my finding. So through trial and error, I finally managed to sort of get things right. It's up and running. As I said, I will share the results with you. So the key thing is mount the antenna as high as you can and as safely as possible, please, on the top of your property to extend its range. The idea being, if your antenna is within eyesight or line of sight of other hotspot miners, it may be able to witness more transactions and thereby earn you more HNT, because witnesses that actually provide or witness proof of coverage get a higher reward, higher mining reward. So that being the idea, if you think it's worthwhile, please do your own research before you commit to anything. These are my results. They're not sort of typical for everyone else. So please do your own research, your own due diligence before you actually buy anything. If there are any suggestions or suggestions for improvements or anything you'd like to discuss further or look into, please leave a comment. Otherwise, I would appreciate if you could subscribe, like and share this video, and hopefully we'll be able to help other people who are looking to upgrade their rigs or who are looking to get started with the free helium mining venture. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for staying tuned. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.